those minutes, take advantage of it.
He was a 14-point-per-game scorer for St. Mary's. He's averaged 4.5 points per game with UConn. Wow. Elvis, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Fourth game in a row that he's got the same roster to work with. 8 wins against the top 15 this year. Ties Indiana in 1992-93 and Duke in 78-79. He's had some monster wins in his first year.
Yeah, and those are two phenomenal teams. Holland Chandler has been called on to play defense really well. He does it against Elvis, but how about that play by Kobe Elvis?
Timely threes against this long Kentucky defense.
Yeah, quiet start to the night for Owe. He goes and sits on the bench. Taller Kentucky team on the floor now with Noah, Brea, Carr, and Williams. Three ball knocked down. All of a sudden, Oklahoma. They couldn't control it.
Good game rebounding though by Oklahoma to form that inside circle.
Pierce saw that man cutting on the baseline, and that's two. Right over Carr. Good shot by and pressure on the ball. Williams, bad pass. Kobe Elvis picked it off. It's a 5-point game. Great
Within the game.
Duke Miles into the paint, kicks. This is a good three-point shooter. A little too strong. Great offensive rebound. Kick back to Goodine. Kobe Elvis knocked it down. Really good hustle.
Long, tall target, always hanging out around that rim.
11 points, 11 rebounds. 5-point game. Sooners need a good shot. Elvis, 7 on the shot clock. They're not going to get a good shot, but it's a three that finds the bottom.
Yeah.
Demery finds his man who's got to fire James. No, he's not the guy you want shooting three. It's Dylan James. Just doesn't take that many of them. Elvis, a lot of dribbling, finds himself alone in the paint, throws it up and in.
Well, he got to the...
Instead, they get it to Moore, who hands it off. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Elvis. Oh, wow, he goes underhand.
The play might have been, Julian Larry, stay there. We're going to swing it around the perimeter a little bit.
Certainly was the look on Rodney Terry's face. 9 minutes remaining. Sooners by 2. Trying to stop an 8-game losing streak against Texas. And here comes... Step back three. Pierce clears. Boy, Elvis starting to feel it a little bit in traffic. Spins, gets the bounce. OU by 5.
The first to reach double figures tonight with 10 points. Tim Godwin now double figures, 3 of his last 4. Dayton Forsythe. Kick out 3 ball. Elvis knocks that one home.
Number one, you got to see what Missouri's in. They in man or zone. But you keep an eye on good eye. Number 2 for Oklahoma in that corner against this zone.
North weather. 5 to shoot. Elvis backs away against Grill. Gonna have to get one up, and it's down.
It's the experience. You know, Matthew Morrell has a strong body. He's able to take advantage and get inside the paint. Normally, he lives and likes to shoot a lot of shots from the outside.
All of a sudden, the outside as the best conference in the history of college basketball. But he said March will really tell what this conference is all about. And he said right now there's about 4 teams at the top who are the true contenders. He feels like Ole Miss is in that next group. 3 ball knocked down, placing Morrell for Ole Miss. Jalen Moore still with just 2 points, but he scored in the first half. Elvis feels the contact off the wing.
Butler on the bench, but he did a really good job of understanding how to use his brain in positions tonight to not put that shoulder in jeopardy of injury.
A very fine line to walk. He absorbed that contact moments ago. Pop right up. Here's a 3, and it's Kobe Elvis.
Let him get a high percentage shot, and to put together some strings on the defensive end will be huge for the Wildcats.
Elvis picked up by Noah. Shot clock down to 8. Elvis lost the handle. He'll get it back with 3 on the timer and drain it. Tied it.
No. An offensive rebound. Kick out. More 3. No. Another chance for OU. Jeremiah Fears in traffic. He finds Kobe Elvis. Elvis with the 3.
Kugel in the starting lineup, but he's really been a spark for them the last 2 games off the bench.
Hubbard guarding Fears. Fears into the corner. Elvis catch, shoot, make. That's 2 from all alone. Fears turned down the 3 with Murphy closing in. Now he lets it fly. That one's short, but an offensive rebound. Elvis tries a 3. Good. Rattled it home.
Sometimes he is all gas. Thomas Houck. I think he sets the temperature for this Florida team. You got to have a guy that controls the thermostat, and to me, it's Thomas Houck.
You mentioned A&M. They are playing right now on the SEC Network in a good one against Mississippi State. It's a 4-point Mississippi State advantage, 46. So the rest of the way, it's more of validation, verification. Doesn't mean you win it, but you're in that first class. You're in that conversation.
I don't know, there might be 10 or 12 teams that can probably feel the same way about him, but that list is getting shorter and shorter.
Right. Tough shot. One by.
They are all into it.
Great reaction from Martin on the bench.
Yeah, if he's got it, might let it fly. This is Elvis now, close range look. Elvis somehow threw it back. And a lot of those missed free throws, certainly bedeviled them. So Gibbons is going to have to just get past that. That is it's an odd 0 for 3 trip to the stripe. Gibbons, the rookie's handled himself well at times. His first season, he relied upon a lot in SEC play. Taylor taking it in, has to kick it back out to Elvis. Kobe Elvis going between the legs. Elvis spins. Elvis corks it.
Shoots 28% from the 3 in SEC play. But they'll get good looks. If you keep giving them to them, they're going to knock some of these down.
Carter's only taken 4 shots. Sears on the bench with foul trouble. And so Jai Bailey into double figures for the first time in a few weeks. He's got 11. Fears, he has been defended nicely. Elvis looking to draw the contact, but he got the roll instead.
My light's on the ground. Colin plays above the rim. But they both are basically trying to do the same thing.
Godwin's always had that reputation, just a really clever, savvy offensive rebounder. 7-point lead for Oklahoma. It was 13 a few minutes ago. Elvis, a crossover. Kobe Elvis, the turnaround, score it.
Coach Bruce Pearl and Chad Baker-Mazara will continue to address, and Jeremiah Fears as well in Porter Moser.
Chad Baker-Mazara is still talking on the bench as Dylan Cardwell had to stand up and try to calm him down. Elvis 3. Let's see if Oklahoma. Cardwell. It's Elvis.
7 on the road. Don't forget Texas LSU also coming up tonight. Georgia, Alabama just now getting underway. Texas A&M, South Carolina, and then at 9 o'clock on ESPN. You know what's going on there, huh? John Calipari.
Cal is back. Hit rough. He'll be well received, depending on what you want to think well is.
Right. Edwards. Scoop shot. Won't go. Forsythe back the other way. Oklahoma wanting to push the tempo. Here's Taylor. Elvis, corner 3. Got it.
Good no-look pass, but then Coleman lost the handle. Henry Coleman, 5th-year player, started out at Duke, 4 seasons here in Aggieland. From the corner, Kobe Elvis knocks out the 3. Now,
Murray Boyles. Corner 3, no good from Conyers. Glenn Taylor now the other way. Kicks it to Elvis from the corner, and he rips the net.
Because he really is a good shooter. Get him coming off of action and catch and shoot instead of trying to initiate.
That is 10 South Carolina turnovers. 35 in a game and a half.
That's what you're looking for. Again, he makes a tough layup.
Elvis, catch, shoot, got it again. Fears the rebound. That's his 7th.
They need a timeout.
Elvis.
Should have been an easy slam. Pope, too strong. McGee picked up by Onyema. Elvis, 16 roll. Horns back in his zone over Pryor. Elvis no good. McGee in a fresh 20. Elvis again.
Gotta make it. Gotta make it.
First made.
Who blossomed as sophomores.
Interesting. Second foul on Jason Kent. Sooners now gone 6+ minutes since their last field goal. Going back to the first half. That'll change here. Kobe.
Georgia with an early 4-0 lead.
And they've done that by taking the ball to the basket and trying to dominate in the paint area where they've had a lot of success.
If you're Oklahoma, you are trying to shake off of a very tough loss this week. Wednesday night at home against Texas A&M. They had an 18-point lead in that game, and they lost by 2. The Sooners are looking for their first ever SEC win here tonight. Kobe Elvis is the transfer from Dayton. He's got a little shake and bake in his game, and he gets all the way to the bucket as Oklahoma. And it's Georgia trying to push the pace here early on in the first half.
I love Lawrence. Lawrence is a guy that really guards the ball well, but he also finishes in traffic, so when you run, it's nice to have finishers on either side of you.
Student section is right on top of the court. You can feel their presence. Elvis getting to the paint and will lay it in. Coach Dylan James off the bench had his pass picked off.
That was a tough pass right there.
Here's Godine, the sharpshooter, driving baseline. McGee banging extra kick out. As Elvis nailed Oklahoma, denying so many of these passes. It's Godfrey, a deep one. And Fears on the board. Fears got away with the push off there as Elvis will reset the offense. Elvis free throw jumper. And now the shot.
I mean, that's teamwork right there.
This is during the transfer portal era. So many new faces for Oklahoma. Porter Moser telling his bigs to come across the timeline and give them some help with this full court press.
But Elvis wants him to clear out. He's good handling the basketball. You talk about a teacher. Coach Moser is really, really good. He was good at shoot around.
High off the glass over the shot block. Ever conference game for Oklahoma here in the SEC. One of 2 remaining unbeatens in the country. Elvis, look at that crossover. Lowers his shoulder. Okay, Kobe Elvis.
Coming Diabate. Excellent cut by Mo Diabate from the high post. You've been seeing some action from Alabama in this game.
Elvis high off the glass. He has been the best.
Hey, Darion Reed put it on the deck. Wow.
I'd say that ankle's looking pretty good.
Well, that's how it feels a lot better. Get you a high percentage shot at the makes the 3. Now, this is the challenge if you're Oklahoma. It makes you drop your head. When Alabama's hitting 3s from the outside with their 4 and 5 men, that's when they are elite.
Elvis
Chris Youngblood took his time, extended the ball away from the shot blocker, and a beautiful scoop shot high off the glass.
Back is Kobe Elvis.
Moments when they were able to put some things together in the second half, but this is the time that you have to trust your team the most and continue to play as a unit. The hero ball is not the answer when you get an SEC play. Tanaj Petaway, who's entered the paint to score.
And that's why you like him right there. We talked about his ability to shoot the three. Very easily could have taken that and settled, but drives it instead.
There's Kobe Elvis up and over
today. Out there leading scorer Nick Anderson, who really is more of a major college scorer. Hung around, made the game interesting. A lot of positives. They finally get to go home and play again.
and stay for a bit.
Yeah.
Under a minute left. Elvis lines up a three. That one's good. So here's Cato. He'll launch a deep three. And Fears yanks away that rebound. He took it from Eaton. Elvis lining up a corner three. He buried that one sooner.
To try to keep Fears in front.
4.6 seconds to get one away. Elvis does, and he hits his second three of the day. Now, 3 years ago when they honored their all-time great player, he said, I know my team will fight and battle, and they certainly have so far this afternoon.
Yeah, they have. And again, a little bit undermanned. Played a lot of tough games on the road.
Downs, I mean, he's constantly moving. Is Sam Godwin trying to get his guys open?
Pippen with the foul. Fears off balance. Back for Elvis. He'll drive it. Teardrop, and yes.
Can play at any tempo. They can play up tempo, put pressure on your defense in transition. When the game slows down, they go to their bigs.
Nice.
Down low, it's laid in with the right hand of Abu Usman.
Something must be with the lighting tonight. The officials are not looking at the feet because that was the third travel they've missed so far in the first 7 minutes.
And it gets the Cowboys back within 3. Elvis lines up a 3. He hasn't been a great three.
Blame the coach.
Here's the freshman, Dayton Forsythe, out of Dale, Oklahoma, just east of town, and from the corner.
To feel the heat, the pressure. There's no one better at coaching defense than Coach Sutton. I'm so glad he finally got into the Hall of Fame.
Eddie's son Scott, a holdover coach on this staff. And out of the timeout, 3. Brantley, the 2 guards, Jennings, 3. Too long. Godwin aggressive for the rebound, and that one pulls down his 5th board of the night.
I will tell you this, if Porter Moser can bottle whatever Godwin had for lunch today.
First half against Seton Hall. It started the second half well, still won that game. That ball's tipped into the backcourt by Keller, so it allows Feathers to go back to get it. Shot clock gets to 6. A catch and shoot 3, Elvis.
Get out early when Dongo leaves his feet. You just get out of the way. You don't want to be on the front of that poster. This is not the way the Sooners have been defending.
It has been 6 minutes since Oklahoma scored a field goal.
And credit to Georgia Tech's defense. They're really up on their shooters. They're taking away their dominant hands.
Shot clock's at 3. Elvis dancing with it, and he nails the 3. Powell just too strong, puts his shoulder into the chest of Northweather.
But that's what you got to deal with on the other end. It's just the level of physicality now that the Yellow Jackets are playing with. And the Sooners have yet to match.
Elvis with a step back. Powell and somehow gets that one to go. The lead back to 6 for Georgia Tech. There's Elvis again. Same spot, same result.
Here today. I mean, just consistently both ends. He's rebounding the basketball, been able to deliver points in the paint, either driving it or posting up.
He got himself a double-double, 10 boards, 10 rebounds. 10 points, 10 rebounds, and the 3.
Yeah.
Smith on the drive. Tough left-handed shot. Won't drop. Godwin with a tough rebound. Good eye off the fake. Oklahoma leading at 48-42. Elvis on the drive. The scoop is up and good. He is in the building. And the towel over his head. Lost for the game. It is a big loss for Louisville. Can they overcome it? Elvis, a little push there, sticks it anyway.
He is so good. Has been to get open, find a window, and you've got to make Oklahoma pay for that double team.
Fears hit that shot, and his reaction was like, well, I do this every day at practice.
It was.
Why is everyone getting excited? Wow. Approaching the 10-minute mark of the first half here in the semifinal. At the battle for Atlantis. Elvis gets an elbow jumper and knocks it down.
He's as good as any.
A senior, he's outstanding on the offensive glass in particular. A battle away the backdoor cut. Oklahoma collapsing in the lane very quickly. There's Kobe Elvis, 6'1" guard with one heavyweight name combination. And that'll be up and in for two.
The fourth steal already for OU. Very aggressive with two hands in the gap, causing turnovers.
The handoff for Elvis. Looking for contact and knocks down two.
He just went and got a grown man rebound in traffic. A big time shot by Providence from the corner.
Cardet Jr. knocking it down. He's 6'6". So Fryer is tightening it up here. Elvis, tough shot and a foul.
A young kid, OB, just 17 years of age when he arrived in Norman. This guy with the ball.
Jumps into the paint, kicks it out. Elvis gets a good look and swishes in a triple. He has it up for Barron. Takes the freshman to the lane, went for the bank and misfired. In transition, Elvis pushing it. Good eye wanted to shoot that three, but PC got back. And now they set it up with 42 seconds to go before the first half comes to an end. Elvis shredding the D will lay it in. Stop doing that. Stop allowing all those steps. Off the back iron, that won't drop for a good eye, but they'll get a second effort.
Yeah, good pursuit of the ball, though, by Moore to win the foot race to the ball on that missed three.
Elvis weaving his way inside off the fake. Great shot.
Providence's five-man doesn't get out and hard hedge and bother the ball quite as much as Tennessee does. But there's a lot of common qualities you see between those two programs. Big time shot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Here, trouble with that. There's another one. Picked up by Fears again. Elvis. Got it!
That wasn't in horrible defensive position, but that's just that's a guy with 50 pounds on you with a blow-by.
13 points for him. Miles back to Northweather. Elvis trying to make a move. Kobe Elvis penetrates the one-hander for 2
points with that bad foul.
Stolen away, Miles with the theft. He hits the deck, left it behind. Godwin will scoop it up. And Elvis will set up a play. 71-66, 2.5 to go. Fears inside the line, denied by the 7-footer. Elvis has been the man. Trying to penetrate, tough shot from the elbow, and he drains it.
Scooter Williams Jr. turns down the screen by James. Lobbing it up top, Josh Taylor, and a turnover. Jalen Moore picking it up for the Sooners.
Yeah, Williams, I think, had a path to the basket right there.
Ball movement comes to Elvis. They'll run him off the three-point line, and he pays them with the bank for Porter Moser Sooners.
And he's Texas A&M. Keep everything in front. Be solid right here. Don't gamble.
5 to shoot. Elvis slashing and scoring.
and number one, that's just what they've recruited to. But with some key injuries to guys in the backcourt that they will get back, they've had to play bigger because you got to have your best people out there. Can they keep up with the guards of Oklahoma off the bounce? There's an example right there.
Oklahoma's made 3 straight. Both teams shooting it very well. Teams are a combined 7 of 10 from the field. Elvis the fall away. That's good. Bretson Cole penetrates and kicks out. Fears lines up his first three. Waggy volleyballs it back out, and Kobe Elvis the reset for the Sooners. Oklahoma shooting 83% from the field. When you're getting looks like that, it's easy to shoot.
Question: how did going to the NCAA tournament change things? He says we now can get a little bit better level of a player.
Yeah. He said it was just incredible market value for the university. $367 million in free advertising, he said. And they had 1.8 million Google hits during that NCAA tournament run last year. Fears gets blocked by Alesso. Shot clock is down to 3. Elvis realized it and got it off, and it's good. What a start for Elvis. He's got 9
levels this year.
No question. Averaging 12.5 rebounds a game. Moore tries another, strong, and there's Godwin peeling away another rebound. A third chance for the Sooners just with effort from Sam Godwin. We got Elvis a screen, and Elvis converts it. Sam Godwin's making a big difference. Wood. Little jab step to get himself enough space, but he could not finish it. And Jalen Moore with the rebound. Jalen Moore's first rebound credited, but he does have 8 points. Step in 3. Elvis on the mark. 1.5. He's got 4.
Wasn't setting a lot of ball screens. So
you had Bryant Reeves to do that.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Exactly.
Elvis at the controls. He's had an excellent opening half. And it continues right there.
And Oklahoma with that same opportunity.
See if they get a quick one up here. Elvis, boy, they better get a hand up. He may score 40.
A little bit of back to the basket offense from time to time.
Elvis drills another one. Having some
time to be at the level that they want.
Northwestern State, you talk about newness. They have 2 players on this team that even wore their uniform here at Northwestern State a season ago, Brendan.
That makes it hard on us, doesn't it?
Double check that roster.
Old days when you only had 3 or 4 new players and we could just plug them in on our prep sheets.
That's one of those that everybody get on the bus today. Just making sure.
Stagnant against this. You have to move it side to side. You got to get that zone to shift so that you can either attack off the bounce to get to the paint or get that touch to a big.
Jalen Moore back in for the Sooners, as is Mohamed Waggy. Shot clock down to 5. Elvis stepping back and firing for 3. It's good. That's his second of the night. Shot clock plays down to 5, though. Thomas trapped on the baseline. Threw it away. Fears. Elvis settles it down for the Sooners. 9 minutes to go. Oklahoma by 5. This equals the Sooners' largest lead of the night, 5 points. Elvis, tough shot. This kind of, it's an injury situation, but we will check on that as Markeith Browning lays one way up over the top and down.
High and soft off that glass gives you a chance.
Oh,
Chad.
it works. It can work. So Godin battling an ankle injury, and Kobe Elvis 12 schedule.
Oh, that lineup you just called out, Chad. That is. I don't know if I'd call it murderer's row, but it isn't far from it.
3 ball down for Kobe.